would have been good. Oh, look at that. Tape.
2 games away, and then back at home, so it's perfect.
Take yours down over there. Oh, that's a good idea. Is this why Eric's on staff here?
I just cut the announcers' mics. I cut you. Just so you know, we're live at the moment, but your audio is not being recorded right now. I'll let you know after the national anthem. We'll go live. There's nothing going on. Switch between the other cameras a little bit.
At this time, we'd like everyone to stand, remove their caps for the playing of the national anthem, performed tonight by Triton High School Marching Band.
Okay, Sophia, give us some good shots of the band as they play.
Thank you.
Ready?
All right, welcome to Byfield, Massachusetts, Triton High School for the season opening game against Newburyport. I'm Patrick Heffernan.
And I'm Michelle Hall.
And we are here joined with Eric Gundrub and the entire VTV crew for the season opener. Extremely exciting that they get to go up against the cross-town, cross-border, whatever you want to call it, rival. It doesn't get bigger than a Newburyport game, right?
Yeah, it's always exciting for the first game of the season to be against Port.
It's great, and actually we had an opening earlier this week. The first girls soccer game of the season and boys soccer game was against Newburyport as well, so it seems to be the theme this year, starting off against the rivals. And this football team is coming off 0-11 year last year. Coach Ryan McCarthy's first season, and they actually gained a little bit of national attention because they went 0-11 and still made the playoffs.
I know that was a little surprising for most people, but some sort of like loophole or something like this.
Strength of schedule. They went with strength of schedule.
Triton has won the toss and elected to receive.
So Triton's going to start off with the ball. Now, last season they came out and played a lot of sort of West Coast upbeat, fast-passing offense, and it worked great for them for the first few games. Well, it didn't work for wins, but at least it got their offense going for the first few games. But then, I think it was the 4th game of the season when Kyle O'Doy, the quarterback, went down, and his injury completely changed the way that they had to play football after that. They had to go from having a spread offense and a lot of throwing the ball to an offense that was a lot more about just putting 3 guys behind the quarterback and letting them run the ball up the middle, run the ball to the left, or run the ball to the right.
A lot of groundwork.
It was all groundwork, yeah. And so we'll see what happens here. O'Doy's going to get the ball to start off, and we'll see whether or not they spread it out, or if they go back to that heavy running formation.
Well, they all seem very pumped up for this game. So.
What's that?
They all seem very pumped up for this game.
They are, and actually a decent student section here tonight too.
Yep, the Viking ship is fully loaded.
Viking ship is loaded and ready to go. Can't go wrong. A big game against Newburyport. Newburyport kids are still trying to get here, I think, probably. It's a long drive, you know. So
it's it's a long couple miles.
Yeah.
Port's getting ready for the kickoff.
There we go. Looks like Tremblay back for Triton. And the ball's going to go short. Going to come up on the right side. Going to field it at about the 10-yard line. It's going to come to the middle. It's got a little bit of a hole. Finally gets swallowed up right about the 25-yard line.
I think that was number 24, Seth DeLong.
Excellent. He's going to stay in the game.
24 on the return.
So McCarthy out there right away with the starting offense. Got a couple of his coaches over there with him. Nope, 24 coming off the field. So 56 is their center, big kid. I think he's only a junior, if I remember right. He's been injured for most of this preseason, so these are the first real competitive snaps he's taken tonight.
Yeah, he is a junior.
Doy's going to line up with 1 running back to his right, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Lining up in the shotgun. They almost always go shotgun, and here we go off the first snap, and it's going to be a handoff to the right. 14's not going to get a lot of room, but he's going to get around that corner, finally get pushed out of bounds. Probably about a 2-yard gain maybe at the most.
Ty Schultz, number 14, junior.
Ty Schultz on the carry.
Hey, you're right. It's always good when the PA announcer
Brings up 2nd and 9.
confirms what we thought. Now I saw him get 2 yards, and they say he only got 1, but we'll see what happens. So handoff on the first play of this season. O'Doy back in the shotgun again. Pretty much the same offensive set. O'Doy fumbles it, scrubbles, picks it up, scrambles out to his right, and he might have got a couple yards on that one. He actually did. Made something out of that play. Going to pick up 3 or 4 more yards. It's going to be 3rd and long now. So
Kyle O'Doy on the carry. Brings up 3rd and 8.
A handoff and a botched
Make some noise for these boys.
a botched snap on the first 2 plays. This offense needs to get rolling here. Calling in the plays from the sidelines. O'Doy lines up. This time it looks like he's going to go under center, but he's not. Running back to his left. So talking to the team before there's a snap and it's high. The center's having a little bit of a tough time. Batted down.
Incomplete pass attempt to Seth DeLong.
Incomplete pass.
Looks like a 3 and out for Triton. And I'm not sure who their punter is this year, but we're about to find out. And you can't really say that was much of a defensive stand by Newburyport. They just, they made 1 stop and then 2 bad snaps. And that's something they got to work out pretty quick.
Is that number 5 out there?
Triton's punter standing here about the 15-yard line. They end up calling timeout. So it gets timeout timeout Triton.
Timeout Triton.
So the fans are fired up. The crowd's fired up, we're fired up, and the team's not so fired up. Got see a little something come out of them tonight here. Defense last year was pretty good though, so
maybe it's just a couple of first down, first and down jitters, just to shake it off and get back into this.
They've only got 6 seniors on the team this year. That's probably a pretty low number from years past. So the punter again standing about his own 15-yard line. Here's the snap. It's clean that time, and he's going to get it away. Nice low kick all the way back to about the 35. Fielded cleanly. He's going to get at least 15 yards on this. Turns the corner to the right, comes back across the middle. He's got some ground, and it's going to be number 12 finally taking him down. Good little run back. Gained back pretty much everything that was lost on the punt.
Was that number 2 that was the
Flipper
punter,
return
Ethan
by
Tremblay?
Jacob Bontempo.
Kyle, oh, I thought it was number 5. Kyle O'Doy is also our
First and
punter.
10 on the 34.
Got some double duty going on.
So most of the time these kids play, most of them have to play both ways. You'll see not a lot of kids came off the field after that. That's the way it is usually for Triton. And here we go with Newburyport's first snap of the game, also in the shotgun with one running back to his left. He's going to throw on the slant pattern off to the right. Going to gain about 4 or 5 yards on that play right away.
So it was number 2, Ethan Tremblay, and number 3, Aiden Lentz, who took him down on that one.
Quick little out to number 8,
Catch
Walker.
by
And I'm not going to try
Walker.
and say his last name. And neither is the PA announcer. It's Walker and a very long Polish last name.
I believe it's Barkowitz.
There we go. You've corrected me before on my pronunciations of players' names. Matignon.
I could.
I won't forget that.
I could be wrong. Matinon.
Matt, see, I got it wrong
Matinon.
already. Newburyport back in the shotgun again. Number 11. He's got 2 to his left and 1 to his right. He's going to hand off. No, he's going to keep it up the middle. Big hole. An awful lot of room to come up that middle. I think Triton definitely
Number
bit
11,
on that fake to the left.
First down and 10.
I think 55 was on the tackle
23.
for Triton. Steve Elliott.
So quick 2 plays for a quick first down for Newburyport, and their offense is clicking a little bit. So number 11, Charles
Cahalan.
Thank you. Junior for Newburyport. I don't recall whether he was their quarterback last year, though. I don't think so. Same offensive set. This time he is going to give it up the middle.
Down the middle, yeah.
Got nothing on that. Triton's defense comes up with a good play on that one. We'll see. There's our running back, Jason.
Number 37.
Temiyashi.
That was good.
See, that I can get pretty quick. So Newburyport converted a first down right away. Now bringing in number 80, Nicholas Petty, also a junior at the wide receiver. Absolutely gorgeous night for football, though. I know the cameras aren't showing it, but the marsh looks really good right now. And here comes the snap. And he's going to drop back to pass. Going to look to number 80, who just came into the game. No, sorry, that's number 8, but he overthrew him. So aiming for Walter again, but this time it was a little bit too far.
Incomplete pass. 3rd and 9 from the 23.
So most high school teams don't have a place kicker, don't have a field goal kicker. It's pretty rare. So in a situation like this, Triton's pretty much just trying to not give up the first down. Because if they can hold them, they're going to get the ball back. Not in a great field position, but it's unlikely that Newburyport has a field goal kicker. We'll see.
Right. In years past, we actually have. I think that
well, Tommy Lapham was at one point.
Right, but I might be wrong, but I believe we had a female field goal kicker at one point.
We did for about a season. Yep. So motion left, going to hand it off. It's going to be fumbled, and he's down.
I think it was Jess Greeny.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds right. So first mistake there by Newburyport. Botched handoff in the backfield and dropped with a fumble, but they recover. And now it looks like they are going to bring out number 8, our guy Walter. He catches and he kicks. We even have the Triton Viking mascot here tonight. Trying to get the crowd fired up. So with the wind coming sort of to his right, left to right, and a pretty strong wind today. You can't really see it on the goalposts themselves. It's up and it's blocked. Beautiful, but it's a live ball, and he's still on his feet. He's going to be taken down.
They took him down.
Fantastic, great effort by the Triton.
I think 62 might have been in on that one. Big guy.
Field goal
Number
attempt
62
is
for
blocked.
Triton, Ashton Watson, a 9th grader.
Fantastic. That's a big kid.
Yeah, he's a big guy. 6 feet here. Oh, no.
So
6'3".
Triton's defense comes up, makes the big block on the field goal attempt, and changes the field position for Triton.
Will they consider that like special teams of some
That's
sort?
special teams, yeah. Here we go. So 1 first down doesn't get Newburyport anything on the scoreboard, and Triton's offense is back out on the field. O'Doy again in the shotgun set with number 24 to his right. He's got receivers to his right, one to his left. There's a snap, a little bit high again, fakes the handoff.
Kyle's
keeps
taking
going
it.
to
He's
the right.
going down the middle.
O'Doy nothing really on that, a yard at the most. So who's 24 for? Is that
Seth DeLong is
Seth DeLong.
number 24. He is a sophomore.
So he had a lot of carries last year. He was one of the kids they went to a lot when they were doing the run-heavy offense. And number 1 wide receiver that's coming out to the right is a freshman this year, but really
Chris
tall.
Colby, very talented athlete.
Talented and tall, which is what you want from a wide receiver. They look like they're going to be throwing the ball here. They got to air it out at some point. O'Doy takes a snap. Nope, he's going to keep it again. Up the middle again.
Better snap that time, I think.
Yeah, they cleaned that up so far, so knock on wood. There's no wood to knock on. But
Chris Colby is a freshman. His senior sister, Emily Colby, talented athlete as well. She's on the soccer team.
Who we saw play today?
We did see that.
We did see that today. Fantastic. I didn't realize it was the same family. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So here we go. 3rd down and long again for Triton. O'Doy back with the long on his right. He's going to look to pass this time. Good throw, but he might have overthrown it a little bit. Yep. And for Tremblay, I think.
Yep.
Incomplete pass. Brings up 4th and 8.
Look at 3.
That wasn't such a bad looking play. I mean, the kid had a step or two.
Yeah.
But I think O'Doy might have been a little bit rushed trying to get that thing out.
He had a little more arm on it than was necessary.
So another 3 and out, it looks like, for Triton. And O'Doy back to punt again. That last return definitely did not help him. Up and off.
A decent
and he's
punt.
calling for a fair catch. He's going to take the fair catch right at the 35.
Punt by Kyle O'Doy.
So far we've got not a lot of offense for Triton.
No.
And
Fair
honestly,
catch at the 35.
not a ton of offense either for Newburyport. It just looked better because they were on that end of the field already.
Yeah.
It's been all special teams so far this game. Triton's defense set up with 2 safeties pretty far back. They must have scouted them to at least know they're going to throw the ball sometimes. If they're going to run on this play, he's going to end up back up the middle again. He's going to break the hole.
Let's see if he can
number
get him.
37 gets finally taken down by number 1 and O'Doy. Good thing they had those safeties back there.
Yeah, Chris Colby and Kyle O'Doy on the tackle.
So that was Timiyashi, the junior for Newburyport, actually listed as a wide receiver. But that's a few times now they've been able to go up the middle.
Right.
You can cut right to live if that's easier.
Not sure who our linebackers are out there, but they're either getting fooled on the fake handoffs or they're just getting beat off of the blocks. Newburyport in the shotgun again. And somebody moved on that line. Should be a flag. We'll see where that goes down. Number 20 swings it to the left, gets around the corner, gets about 6-7 yards. I saw the movement. The refs apparently didn't. I don't see the flag down on that play.
Carried by Jacob Bontempo.
Pretty sure McCarthy might have seen that movement as well.
I think when we go back and watch the tape,
2nd and
we're all
4
going
at
to see
the
that
34.
movement. 2nd and 4. Another big play.
Gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, another big playoff on first down for Newburyport. Let's see what happens here, whether or not they decide to air it out again. They're just running the ball all over Triton. There's sort of no reason to throw it. Here's the snap, a little bit high. He's going to keep it. He's going to try and come up the middle, bounce out to the outside, and he's going to be taken down back right in the middle. Again, another first down.
Taken down by Aiden Lentz, number 3, along with a couple of others.
Carried by Charles Collane.
Who's number 3?
Oh,
Aiden
Number
Lentz.
3, Aiden Lentz. It might have been Charlie
Nice.
Takesian on that as well. Number 4, he looks like he's injured, actually. Charlie Takesian, senior.
So he comes out and goes sees the trainer? No, just goes down and gets a little rest. All right, first down now for Newburyport. And here's the snap. It's their 3rd first down of this game already. And he's going to drop back to pass.
Oh,
No, he's going to
holding
keep it.
on to
Going
that
up the
ball.
middle again. That's the 3rd or 4th time. He's just taking the ball straight up, just off to the right side, and then cuts back into the middle. That's
Taken
working
down
for them.
by Ty Schultz, Jr.
That is just
Charles
14.
Collane on the carry.
That's just working for them. Just to
It really is, yeah.
it's like off tackle right and then cut back into
First
the
and
middle.
10 from the 12.
4th first down. Our stats guy Eric Underwood can't even keep up with the first downs this Newburyport team is getting here.
I think that's their
It's
fourth
frustrating,
down.
Yeah.
First down.
All right, Triton's defense has got to come up huge here. They're just outside the 10-yard line. Ball's at about the 10.5. Here's the snap. A little bit high again. He's going to give it to Temiyashi up the middle. And he's going to go, and he's going to go, and he's all the way in for the touchdown, all the way in for the score, just like that, right up the middle. So Newburyport gets the opening score of this game, a touchdown run, about 11-yard touchdown run
Touchdown, Clifford.
by Jason
Tommy
Temiyashi.
Oshie.
And they just look solid driving all the way down the field.
Well, they get a quick offense. Just keep it moving.
Let's see what happens here. They got one block on the field goal attempt, but six plays to the inside and 1 play to the outside. Drove them right down the field. So 7 plays and a touchdown. Let's see if they add on that 7th point here. Snap is good. This one's up, and this one's good.
It's good as well.
So we also have learned that from this angle, it looks like the ball goes through almost all the time, and then you have to watch those
I'm waiting for the
referees.
guys.
That's exactly it. You got to wait for those refs.
The guys in the stripes. We
Kick
need
is
to
good.
watch the hand movements to
Walter
confirm what we see.
Walker Berkowitz.
So there was a note in the paper today or yesterday talking about this game, and it said the last Triton win was actually Thanksgiving a couple of years ago.
Against Port.
Right, when actually Kyle O'Doy, today's starting quarterback, threw a 2-point conversion to Tommy Lapham, who we mentioned earlier. That's how long it just feels like Tommy Lapham's been out of the school for a long enough time now. It shouldn't be that many
Around
years.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
time, because I don't think we don't play
It was
Port
on
at Thanksgiving.
No, sorry, against Pentucket.
Yeah.
Sorry. And last year's Thanksgiving game was the one that was probably the coldest day of the year, and it was played at a neutral site in Haverhill.
A neutral iced oversight, from what I
Yes.
understand.
So here's the kick, kind of a line drive. Way back, touched and not quite fielded cleanly. Finally at about the 11, tries
He's
to bring
still
it around
up.
to the
He's
middle.
brought down. Seth DeLong, number 24.
So DeLong getting some early touches, but Triton's got to get something moving here on offense.
Yeah, we got to stop staying down this end of the field.
Yeah, doesn't feel
We
good.
got to move it down.
Let's make some noise, Vikings fans.
Yeah, pretty good crowd. Looks like the Newburyport kids have all shown up at last. Triton crowd is bigger, which is good. So Triton into their set. They've got 2 receivers to the right, including number 1, Colby. And maybe they're going to start to air it out now. See if they can get something quick in the air. See if they can get some offense going fast. It's a snap to O'Doy is clean. He's going to keep
O'Doy
it.
has
He's
it.
going to go up the middle again. Decent run.
Working
Got
a little bit for him. If we can get a couple of those in a row, we'd actually get a
Carried
first
by
down.
O'Doy.
Good to get some first downs going.
It would be.
Plus, even the Triton Vikings looking sad right now. Come on, Viking. Get them going. Second and about 6 or 7 now. And And again, that was another run play up the middle. Didn't really exploited the outside at all. There's another fumble on the snap, and O'Doy's going to get hit right as he picks it up. It's going to be a loss
For a
of at
little
least
bit
10.
of loss, yeah.
So one thing I know from calling a couple of years worth of these games is that these days they don't even practice in high school under the center snap. It's all shotgun all the time.
Huh.
In a situation like this, you want to say, hey, let's go under center for a little while and avoid these bad snaps, but they don't even practice it anymore. It's not even an option, which makes it difficult. Yeah, it makes it difficult a night like tonight where you really need to have some. You need to have more control. Anyway, here goes O'Doy with a good catch on that one. He's going to air it out.
He got labeled there. Going out to Aiden Lenz, number 3. A little too far for him.
Incomplete pass.
And he had a guy on top of him right as he was throwing it.
He really did. Yeah.
Yeah, he got trucked.
Kyle bowled over as soon as he released the ball.
And because of that overthrow, he gets to punt the ball for the 3rd time tonight. So a tough play in the last punt. That was when he returned it all the way back down to basically the line of scrimmage. So hopefully we'll see something a little bit better tonight, or on this one. And there's a bad snap. It's all the way back in the end zone. He's just going to fall on it. No, he's going to run it out. Maybe, and he's going to toss it down the field. And he's got what a catch!
Move.
There we go. Come on.
To Chris
That's our
Colby.
freshman number 1.
I don't think they're going to catch
Colby.
him.
It's going to get it. He's going to get it. He's all the way in. That's fantastic. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Kyle O'Doy, who should have just fallen on that ball in the back of the end zone, comes out, rolls to his right, looks down the field, and makes the best play of the season so far. That was fantastic.
Chris Colby.
Beautiful play by the freshman, Chris Colby.
That was a 90-yard touchdown pass. Easily a 35-yard pass.
97 yards.
97 yards. There we go. About a 35-yard pass on the run to his right.
Number 1 is Chris Colby. Barely catches his breath, and now he's
the kicker.
Going for the extra point.
Low snap, but it's up, and it's good.
Good.
Fantastic tie ball game, just like that. Who needs first downs?
Right?
Exactly.
By Chris Colby is good.
Who needs first downs and clean snaps? Just get touchdowns.
Hopefully that'll turn it around for him.
That's just absolutely fantastic. He really every person watching this was ready for him to fall on that ball and take the safety.
Oh,
and,
I thought for sure he was going to be covering that ball.
He started to scramble with it. There's just no way he's going to make that on the ground. Beautiful throw, heads up play by Colby to get down the field.
Absolutely.
And to turn around and see what was happening.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful play. Fantastic, great, awesome.
Yeah. Glad I was here to see that play.
All right, now let's get the defense fired up. Let's make something happen here.
Just over 2 minutes left to go in this quarter.
Yeah, again, who needs first downs? Let's just get some big plays. Get the ball. It's like long ball in soccer, you know. Just gonna kick the ball all the way down the field and see what happens.
Right.
So McCarthy's got to be pretty happy with that. Wasn't exactly what he called on that play, but it's all right. So Colby again now to kick off.
No rest for the weary.
A decent kickoff. Kind of a line drive. It's going to be scooped up way back. Not clean fielded. He's all the way back at about the 10 where he finally gets to it. Number 14 with a chance to make the tackle and wraps him up. Nice play by number 2 as well.
Number 14, Ty Schultz.
There's 2 DeLong. Or 2 is
Ethan Tremblay.
Ethan Tremblay. So Tremblay and Schultz on the tackle.
On tempo. On the return, tackled by number 2, Ethan Tremblay.
That's one of those things you probably don't get enough practice early in the season on those kickoffs, because it's a couple times now we've seen already that the guys in the back waiting for the ball just haven't been able to field it cleanly. Again, it's probably not something you practice a lot, but in a game time it makes a huge difference.
Right.
All right, so we got a good look at Triton's defense now. You can see what's going on in the middle. Newburyport runs it up the middle again. Here's the snap.
He's holding on to it.
He's going to toss it out to number 8. Walter with a huge catch, but his feet were definitely out of bounds. Yeah, no question. No question. Great catch, though.
Out of bounds.
Good play, but you got to stay in bounds for it to count. But they're not afraid to air it out. That's what we saw from that.
Right.
See, although I don't know why they drove the ball down the field so well the last time without doing it.
Right.
So far, Newburyport's had, it looks like 1 run for 6 inches, which I'm pretty sure is not what it actually is. One run outside, 6 runs inside. There we go. 1 pass completion and 2 attempts. Only 2 attempts? It feels like they've thrown the ball more than that, but maybe not. So Newburyport's quarterback back. He's got he's got a running back with him on his right. And there's the snap. Going to keep it up the middle again. They're going to get a solid 6-7 yards on that play. When we look at the all-22, then they fly the drone overhead and we can see what's going on with the defensive line in the middle.
Tackle by 62. Ashton, Wonton.
I don't think we have a drone flying overhead tonight, though. It'd be a little rough.
It's a little windy.
So the defense kind of scrambling all over the place out there. We'll see what happens on a 3rd and about 5. He's got his running back to his right, 2 receivers left. Here's the snap. He's looking left, throwing a little quick screen, and it worked pretty well. And it's going to be just enough for a first down.
Yeah.
It's a good play, that little quick screen like that.
Mm-hmm.
Be surprised if they don't run that a lot more tonight. So again, another first down. That's their 5th first down of this game already. We haven't even hit the end of the first quarter. But a minute to go. 7-7 though. We'll take that. Newburyport now at about the 35-yard line. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Here's the snap. He drops back. He's looking to pass again. A little bubble screen over the middle. And there's going to be a holding on that play. 20's going to take the ball all the way down the sideline. He's going to get bumped out by number 3. And then it looks like they could have thrown a flag on that for a late hit out of bounds, but
flag on the play.
He's already going down. They're going to be bringing it way back, I suspect. It's usually a hold when it's something like that.
They're pushing the back.
Or a clip, yeah. But again, if that run up the middle is working, then that little screen across the middle is going to work as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's a hold. Hold number 24 on Newburyport.
Holding on the Clippers.
Zachary
10-yard
Wilson.
penalty.
Zachary Wilson, the junior from Newburyport.
Is that the first penalty of the game?
I think it is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The first time we had to know what the signs are, but holding is one I definitely know.
Yeah.
Watch enough pro football to see that a lot. So. Yeah, clean game so far. 1 flag in the entire first quarter. They may or may not get the snap off with about 14 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to go ahead and run it. Snap's going to drop back. He's going to roll to his left again and throws it at the feet of number 8.
Incomplete pass.
Walter. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7. Definitely a lopsided game in terms of the way these offenses are playing, but scoreboard says it isn't.
At the end of 1, Vikings 7, Clippers 7.
Well, we'll take that score.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like to see a little more enthusiasm out of this crowd.
I like whoever this
Pretty quiet
PA
for a
is.
football game.
Do we have a
Whoever
new
this PA
announcer
guy
for
is.
the
I don't know who he is,
game?
but he's definitely new this year. I've been used to hearing that. Good time to talk about what's coming up. We got games.
Student section's pretty
For
quiet.
the rest of the season here at Triton. The next home game is on the October 4th. And that'll be against Amesbury here at home at 7 o'clock on a Friday. And then the next one after that, there's 2 games on the road, and then Ipswich here at Triton, and then, of course, Pentucket on Thanksgiving Day, which as long as it's warmer, even if it's got snow, I'll be happy with that. But it's fantastic. It'll be one of the first Thanksgiving Day games, maybe the second one in the stadium, which is great. It's always a great game to be at.
Mm-hmm.
So Newburyport now with the ball at about the 32-yard line. Here's the snap. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw it off to the right again. Another one of those little screens. It works pretty well, but there's another flag. It's going to be a hold or a block, probably a clip.
Flag on the play.
Taken down by number 5, Kyle O'Doy.
So right after we say it's been a clean ball game so far.
Yeah,
It's 2 flags in a row. Newburyport's getting backed up again. Yeah, block in the back. I didn't see on which player this time. So the other game's coming up. They play at Weston.
Weston High School.
Next weekend.
Next Friday on the 13th.
And then the week after that is at Georgetown. So that's practically a local.
Penalty was a block in the back.
And then they play Masconomet on October 11th and North Reading on October 18th. We don't have Newburyport scheduled here because this is Triton TV. It's not Newburyport TV, so too bad. So still second down in a mile. Second down in at least 25 yards for Newburyport, and they're going to be throwing the ball for a while now. Nope, and they're going to hand it off. He's going to run.
No, he held on to it.
Going to run to the right. He's going to get almost all that 25 back. Look at that, a 20-yard gain on that play.
Kayleen on the carry.
It's that off tackle to the right. This time he didn't cut it back into the middle, but it certainly
So
worked
is it
for him.
4th and 6?
Should only be 3rd. That was only 2nd down.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the ref's hand signals. He thought it was 4th down.
3rd and 6 from the 40.
You know the guy to trust the most is the guy with the down marker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the best job of the whole line group. I did that
Holding
for a
the
couple
chains.
games. Oh, the chains is terrible, but the down marker guy is the best job. So 3rd and about 6 or 7 now for Newburyport. And here's the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle that time, just straight up to his running back. He's going to come up short, a couple of yards. It's going to be interesting to see what what Newburyport decides to do here. Do you go for it? Is this all? Is this where
Carried
you go
by
for it?
Jason Tadiochi.
I think Port might go for it at this
Right
point.
at the 50? Why not?
Yeah, well, they've had a good
4th and 1.
run up the middle so far, so
Yeah, plenty of success.
I would bet that they would go for it for the 1 because they've been able to hold us, our offense, except for that one beautiful play.
So they're lined up in the same offensive set. They don't come heavy or anything, but they're going to come up the middle with it, and he's going to get a lot more than just the yard he needed. He's going to bounce it out to the left side, and he's got a little bit of room to run, but he's going to be taken down by Kyle O'Doy right about at the 35 or the 25-yard line. 4th and 1, and they just gave
Walker
up
Bertowicz
25.
on the carry. Brought down by number 5, Kyle O'Doy.
And the PA announcer is showing us up because he knows how to pronounce that last name. So number 8, Walter. We're just going to call him Walter for the rest of the night. So I'm not even going to try.
Barkowitz.
So Triton gives up a big 4th down conversion, and Newburyport's in business again now. The ball at about the 25-yard line. Good thing O'Doy was able to catch up to him, and he's going to take it all the way to the house. Quarterback's back. Motion to the right now. Here's the snap. He's going to drop back and look, and he's going to air it out over the middle. Almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by number 26
Complete pass.
for Triton.
26 or 20? 20.
He's 2nd and 10 now. But I think Newburyport believes they could do anything they want on offense. The only thing that's really held them back so far have been penalties. So Triton's got to come up with a big stop. The 1 block field goal was great, but they really haven't been able to stop the offense much other than that. So here comes Newburyport with 2nd down and 10, about the 25-yard line.
Dan Rivera possibly on the almost interception in the last play.
Here's the snap, a little bit low, a little pitch out to number 20. He's going to his right, cuts it back to the middle again. This time he gets stripped up by O'Doy. Well, right now it looks like the way to do it is to run off tackle and come back to the middle. So that's what's really eating up Triton right now.
Brings up 1st and 10 from the 16.
So 2nd and 10 to 1st and 10, just like that, all the way down to the 15. Triton's defensive coach is really unhappy with what's happening up there on that defensive line.
Is that Ken Shute?
It is Kenny Shute. His son graduated last year. Yep.
Dylan Shute, yes, one of our captains from last year.
So here's the snap to Newburyport. He's going to keep it up the middle. He's got a little room to run. Tackled by number 4. and then finally wrapped up and pulled down.
Charlie Jakesian, number 4, Triton, taking him
Lane on the
down.
carry, brought down by a host of Vikings.
Brought down by a host of Vikings is right, but we need more of those brought down by a host of Vikings.
I know.
Oh.
The initial stop made by Charlie, and everybody else got in there.
So third and about 4 now, right around that 10-yard line. So if they can hold them and force another field goal. My bad, second down. Takes a snap, hands it right up the middle again. Same running back, different result this time. No, 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 don't slam him down. They're going to throw a flag on that. Nope, they didn't. Good. Let him play football. Excellent.
That was number 62, Ashton Watson.
One tempo on the carry, brought
So
down by number 62.
So now we got a third down. And now Triton's really, the defense has really got to come up and do something here.
One son.
We're in a similar situation on the very first possession for Newburyport, and they held them to a field goal attempt.
Number 62 is a freshman this year.
No kidding. They had a lot of freshmen that are starting on this Triton team.
6'3".
He's 6'3".
6'3".
It's going to be a good team for a couple of years. Got to come out with a win tonight, get this going. All right, so here we are in third and about 6 from the 12-yard line. Newburyport's back in the shotgun. He's going to throw right across the middle, tipped by O'Doy at the line.
Incomplete pass.
Keeps Newburyport from the touchdown for now, but we'll see whether they go for it or not. So all right, now we'll ask the question again. Do you go for the touchdown here?
Well, why not? You turn over the ball. Look at how close, how far down the field you are.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely I would. And you're on the road, and it's early in the second quarter. This is exactly the right time to go for it. But they're going to take a timeout.
They're going to think about it.
Timeout, Newburyport.
Timeout, Newburyport.
It's like I said before the game, I don't know how many timeouts they get. But when we get towards the end of the half, you'll realize that they just keep stopping the clock and stopping the clock. It's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to look it up?
I
Are you
am
going to
gonna
ask
look it
somebody? You're going to have to text somebody that can find out for us. How many timeouts do you get in high school football? So, yeah, last year's Thanksgiving Day game in that Ice Bowl in Haverhill, one thing I remember most about that game is that the people selling the tickets to get in actually had a fireplace in their little built into the wall stand where they were selling the tickets.
Oh, really?
That's how old that stadium is. That when they built it, they built the sort of ticket area with its own built-in fireplace. So nothing else about that game I can think of at all. It was that kind of a day. So Newburyport's definitely going to go for it, and I mean I would run off tackle right and look to cut back to the middle because that's been the play that's worked for them best so far. They haven't had a whole ton of success throwing the ball. I don't know what the completions percentage is right now, but I know that other than one or two, I know the first play was a pass for a completion, but other than one or two other ones, I can't think of how many they've had. So they've had 4 completions, and they've thrown the ball 9 times. And he's going to line up with 2 receivers to his right. He is going to line up to throw it, and it's going to be off to the right. It's caught, and he's going to sneak it in. He's going to get around that corner. Looks like he beat O'Doy out to the outside. Tough play. Had him covered, but couldn't catch up to him once he caught it. And it's going to be a touchdown for
Lane
Newburyport.
2-1-1 tempo. Touchdown.
That is tough. Again, they got it. They converted a 4th down. That's the second time they've converted a 4th down on this single drive, if I remember right. And yeah, and as our stats guys keeping us up to date, that's now 5 for 10 on Newburyport's passing game. 50% completion ratio in high school is pretty good. So Newburyport set for the point after. They converted 1 so far already. They're calling up. Not sure what's going on.
Flag on the play.
There was a flag, yeah.
Offside. Triton.
So Triton's first flag's an offsides on a point after attempt. They must have just lined up poorly. Walters back for the kick. Good snap. Ball's up. And ball looks like it's good. 14-7
Tempo
now.
for the extra point.
So Newburyport started that drive, if I recall, pretty deep in their own territory. Wasn't that where they couldn't?
Yeah.
They could get the.
They were at the 27.
They were at the 27. So they start with the ball at the 27. They managed to drive down the field, convert 2 4th downs, and come up with a touchdown on a 4th and about 6. Quarterback rolled out to his right and managed to hit the guy that O'Doy was covering, who got around him to the outside and went in. So again, Newburyport's offense, bit of a juggernaut tonight. The only thing that's really held them back has been their own penalties.
And listen, you'll hear the announcers up there and Ben switching.
And we're lucky here at Triton. We have a new principal for the high school, Patrick Kelly, who's here for the game, enjoying the fan experience at Triton High School. And hopefully he gets to see a win in his first home game here at Triton.
That's cool. Yeah.
And then we don't need to talk about him anymore because he took the headset off. So.
Very grateful to have some kids also there doing
I see how that works.
Yeah.
bring in the kids every now
Yeah,
and
wait till we
then.
do an interview at halftime. It's good fun.
Part-time
All right, so here we go.
Yeah.
Walters back to kick.
Imagine.
6.5 minutes left in this half. We're going to need Triton's offense to do something and really get it going. Very phenomenal deep kick. That ball may go out of the back of the end zone, and it does. Haven't seen a kick like that in high school in a long time. So is this Triton's numbers here? So Triton's run the ball. Have only had about 14 total. No, I'm reading that wrong. About 10 total offensive snaps. 5 of them have been runs. 4 of them have been pass plays. 1 completion.
Touchback.
And out of
First
all
down
the
and 10 from the 20.
out of all the runs, there's no real pattern yet. 2 outside, 3 inside. No first downs in the entire first quarter. No first downs yet in this half. So O'Doy's back with DeLong to his right. 2 receivers left. He's going to drop back and throw the ball right away.
Nice
Little
snap.
dump over the middle, but it's dropped. No, that's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
For some reason, these kids who have played football their whole lives saw an incomplete pass, picked it up and ran in the end zone. It's not backyard football. There's actually refs out there. Come on.
No, not mine.
So an incomplete pass. It was a good idea, though. It'd be a good idea to throw the ball over the middle like that and see what they can get going. It must have been to DeLong, right? 24?
I think he was the one that was going after him when he did pick up the ball, so it might have been DeLong.
So O'Doy back again. Has DeLong moving to his right now. 1 receiver right, 2 receivers left. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. This time he's going to keep the ball, come up the middle himself, not get too far before he gets gang tackled.
He got about 3 yards.
O'Doy on the carry. Up by a host of Clippers.
Yeah, exactly. Tackled by a host of Clippers. So we're going to be looking at 3rd
Not
and long
even 3
again.
yards.
I don't know how many 3rd and longs we've had, but it seems like every one of them. So this should be, I think, Triton's 4th possession of this game. I know there were 3 and out the first 2 possessions, and then I think that last possession was that crazy touchdown. So here on their 4th possession of the game, we're at 3rd and long again.
4 3rd and longs.
Yeah, there you go. So here's a snap. Good snap that time. He's got a little bit of time to throw. He's going to air it out. He's got
Chris
Colby again.
And he pulls
Colby
it down.
makes the grab at the 45-yard line. Beautiful pass on 3rd and long.
O'Doy.
Taken down by
Colby.
Trevor Ward, but Colby held on to that pass.
So he had just enough time to get that off. That was the most time he's had in the backfield, which was still not very long, but he managed to put that thing right on the number
No,
for
someone was right on his shoulder.
number 1. Beautiful play. The first down for Triton of the season on a fantastic about 27-yard pass play.
The 45.
And with their first down, a little momentum, we'll see what they do. Drop back again. Again, some time to throw. And again, he's going to hit Colby. Colby's going to get the first down and a little bit more. And that kid is fast.
He
No
really
doubt
is.
about it.
And strong. Holding on to that ball.
O'Doy to Colby.
So another first down, the
First
second of
down.
the game for Triton, 2nd of the season. All of them on pass play so far to O'Doy to Colby. And that kid's a freshman. This team's going to be good for a couple of years. So here's the snap again, another clean snap. O'Doy's going to try and keep it again. Again, going to not get a lot of yardage. Maybe
O'Doy
1
on
or
the
2.
carry.
I think Port's seen that play.
Something's off on the blocking because they shouldn't it shouldn't be somebody's missing a block somewhere that you're going to have your quarterback be hit that far, not quite behind the line, but
Timeout.
Right at the
Vikings.
snap. Yeah.
So Triton takes a timeout. Probably a good idea. Catch their breath for a minute here. They've crossed midfield with the ball, which is fantastic.
Yeah, you'd think that he'd be able to get past the line of scrimmage just a couple of yards, at least going up the middle there. So something has to hold tighter for them there.
And it's not like he's doing a 1 or 2 fakes. It's usually just a 1 fake on the handoff, and then he's keeping it and running it. But we'll see what happens. So 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in the half. Triton down 14-7 here at home. I have to say, one of the things, we called a softball game in the springtime, and the Triton softball team scored so many runs that we completely lost track of how many runs they had. But the crew, the TV crew, did not lose track. So while we were saying how many runs there were, like we thought the score was 18-0. No, you could see when you watch the replay, you could see right there on the screen that the real score was 22-0. Like, okay, a little embarrassing. It's a little easier here. We can see the scoreboard. There's no question how many runs or how many points there are.
Yep, Triton softball had a great season last year.
Oh, fantastic. Huge run in the playoffs. It's tremendous. So to make the playoffs again this year for Triton football, I think they're going to need at least a few wins. Not going to be lucky like last year.
Lighter schedule than last year?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So Adoy back now on 2nd and 10. There's a snap, and he's going to drop back. Big rush. He's going to air it out, not to Colby this time. It's going to be intercepted.
Oh, intercepted.
Aiming that ball for, I think, Tremblay. And instead, it's an interception down about the 30-yard line.
Jacob on tempo.
Both Colby and
Intercepted by number 20 on tempo.
both Colby and Tremblay were back in that area. And I don't know if O'Doy was looking for Colby and overthrew him, because it looked like Tremblay had to come back to the ball, and he couldn't before the Newburyport kid got there ahead of him. That is tough. Not a backbreaker if they can play some good defense here, because he had some time. Well, he didn't really have time, but at least he had time on a couple of throws before that.
Right.
He was able to air it out. And the real lesson learned on that whole play is that our stats guy, Eric Gundrum, can't get up and walk away from the table. It's bad things happen. So 1st and 10 now for the Newburyport Clippers, about the 30-yard line. Setting up in their standard offensive set, 2 receivers out to the right. They're going to motion number 21, who's going to take the ball and run it to the right. And he's got a lot of room to go until he gets, somebody grabbed him by the shirt, but it wasn't enough. He's still on the move. It's going to be about a 20-yard gain all the way out to the 50-yard line. So the left side of Triton's defense is struggling tonight. They keep running off tackle right and getting a lot of yardage. So when Ben Hall played football, what position did he play?
Wow, that's a really good question. He played a lot of different positions.
21 Ward on that carry.
Kind of like he played offense and defense, much like the Triton football team.
Right.
That's their 8th first down.
8th first down for Newburyport tonight. And they've had some really big plays. I mean, the 2 4th down conversions, but also just some big plays, like 20-yard plays like that last one. Drops way back, gets pressure on him, throws over the middle to nothing and to no one.
Incomplete.
I honestly lost track of that play because I was watching the Triton kid that was trying to make the interception right as the quarterback threw the ball. Never saw where it went. Went right in the center. So 2nd down and 10 now at the 50-yard line. Newburyport's what now, probably 5 for 11 throwing the ball, so it's not like they've been throwing the ball fantastic or anything tonight. It's just been effective when they have done it, when they have made those completions. There's another handoff. No, he's going to keep it up the middle himself.
Yeah,
Big hole, a lot of room.
Much better results when they go up the middle there, it looks like.
Yeah. Number 4 for Triton on the tackle.
Lane on the carry.
And it's a first down. Their 9th of the game. You can hear Kenny shoot all the way up here.
Is that him yelling?
That is him yelling.
Oh, I hear
Yep.
him, yeah.
Yep.
Kenny Shute was one of the coaches, went back when my son was playing back in Pop Warner.
Nice.
He knows what he's talking about.
He's got a football mind, no doubt about it. And his son was a really good player. Here's the snap. He's going to throw it out. Oh, no, he's hit as he throws it. And I'm not sure why they blew that dead. I think those players are right. That did look like it was like a lateral.
Pass.
I mean, you can go back and look at the tape, but it almost looked like the ball didn't go forward. By the time it hit the ground, it was such a little sideways spiral. It almost looked like it could have been a
backwards
fumble,
pass.
a backwards pass and a fumble the way that went. So second down now for Newburyport, the 40-yard line. 2 minutes and 43 left. And the clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Let's see what happens here. Good snap.
He's holding on to it, and they caught on to him this time.
Fantastic. Who's that on the tackle?
That was number 54.
Good linebacker
54,
number.
Kyle Noonan.
He's been a little bit too quiet tonight. I hope we see a lot more of him.
Yeah.
So Newburyport's thrown the ball 12 times, only 5 completions. But those completions have been big, including the touchdown pass for their last touchdown on a 4th and 10. So 3rd and 10 now for Newburyport. 1 receiver left, 2 receivers right.
See if we can hold him here.
Motion coming across, heavy on this left side, and he's going to air it out right down the middle. Oh, so close.
Almost intercepted by Aiden Lentz. He
Incomplete
almost
pass.
got that.
So Walter goes up
Brings
for
up
it.
4th and 11 from
And
the 41.
Does the quarterback's worst nightmare, which is he puts his hand on it, but not enough to catch it.
Yeah.
And that ball bounced around and almost went Triton's way right there. Could have treated interceptions there, but instead we're looking at another 4th down. And Newburyport's going to punt, I think, for the first time in the game. Or at least they're lining up to punt, so we'll see what happens.
Aiden Lentz, number 3, is playing in back.
This is actually a good spot to run a fake punt. I mean, it's not bad field position you're giving up. But he's going to put it away, and there it's going to go up. And fair catch going to take a big-time Newburyport bounce.
Oh.
A crazy Newburyport bounce all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
Looks like it's right on the
like it's on the
right on the 1.
So it doesn't get much worse in terms of
Ball's
special
down at the
teams for
1 yard
Triton
line.
on that one. They held him, which is good, but now they're at their own 1. It's been a special teams kind of
50-50
night.
raffle tonight at the concession stand. A lot of good food, too.
Well, good food is debatable. I can't say that. I haven't been over there yet.
We'll be
this
pulling
year.
the number at halftime.
So Triton's offense has got a big mountain here to climb with 1 minute and 37 left in the half. And it'll be interesting to see how often Newburyport uses their timeouts, because if Triton just runs the ball, they can run the clock out before the half. So Newburyport's got to call timeout. You definitely want to get that ball back. And the way that Triton had some troubles with the snaps early on, and it looks like he's actually under center, and he is. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle for minimal
Maybe a
gain.
yard.
And there's the timeout right away from the Newburyport sideline. Nope,
And again,
clock's still running.
not able to find out how many timeouts they're allowed to have.
Well, I'm not surprised they're not using them now because the clock's still running.
Maybe the internet doesn't even know.
So Newburyport electing not to call a timeout, which is kind of surprising. 2nd down now and 10. No gain on that play. Looks like Adoy is going to have to go under center. So for everything I said earlier about them never practicing under center, looks like he's got to now. There's the snap, and it looks like it's a run to the left side this time. Gets a little bit more yardage. Pulls it all the way out to about the 4-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and long
Clock is still running.
with 44 seconds left. And for some reason, it looks like Newburyport's content to. No, now they finally
Ethan
call
Tremblay on the
timeout.
carry.
That took a long time, and I don't understand that at all.
I have here that the number of timeouts is limited to 3 per team per half
Timeout, Newburyport.
in the National Football League, college, and high school levels.
This MIA could be a little different. You know, MIA has always got to be special, so maybe Massachusetts high school football is different.
You think maybe I'm wrong on this?
Maybe the interwebs are wrong on this. This is possible. So Newburyport takes a timeout. I'm not sure why they didn't after the first one. I guess maybe they only had a limited number. Maybe that's been a rule change in recent years. But it's going to be 37 seconds left on the clock, and Triton, with a third and about 5, they can convert this, and they can go into the halftime down only 14-7.
They've taken 2 timeouts each. It looks like Triton and Port.
So if they run it on the ground and they don't get far enough, you can take Triton. You can guarantee that Newburyport's going to take their last timeout. But a conversion here will basically seal it for Triton. And again, they
I'd
go
love
into
to
the
see
half.
another 97-yard run.
That would be fantastic. Ledoy under center again. Heavy set for the offensive line. In motion to his right to left. Give it right up the middle and waste a ton of time getting nowhere. And it's 4th down now. Newburyport takes their last time out, we think, with 29 seconds on the clock. They may get decent enough field position. Depending on, I mean, they ran one punt, they ran it all the way back to basically the line of scrimmage. They do that again this time, and Triton's in a lot of trouble.
Kicking into the wind right now.
I remember one year where the one flag was blowing one way at the top and the other flag was blowing the other way at the top.
I think there's just a little bit of a swirl throughout this whole stadium.
Yeah.
Coming off the marsh.
Built right on the marsh, yep. So here we
The
go.
flag
now.
doesn't look like it's moving, but I can feel the
50-50
wind.
raffle.
Yeah, we can definitely
Already
feel
over
it.
$100.
So do you punt here? Do you go for it? I mean, it's 4th
By
and
the
about
concession stand.
2 yards. If you don't get it, you turn the ball over in crazy good field position. But the punting special teams has not been great for Triton so far. So we'll see what they decide to come out and do. And if you are going to punt it, you have to get down that field. You have to cover.
It looks like they may be going for it. No? Oh, no.
Yeah, it
Looks
goes
like
back-
Kyle's lining back up
back
to
to
do a
punt.
punt.
The snap's got to be good. Can't have what happened. Sure, for the touchdown, but I don't think they want to try that again.
Decent
Nope, gets
snap.
the punt off, and that thing's going to come all the way down to about the 30-yard line. So
Kyle
about
going
a
on the punt.
24-yard punt, which probably puts the Newburyport kicker out of range if they can hold him. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Well, I'm going to bet that they're going to try to run it up the middle so they can get even closer. Put a few more points on them.
It was their 4th punt of the night for Triton. Yeah, what do you do here? The passing game hasn't been too bad. I mean, they could try, and the plus side is they throw that ball, and we got a lost wallet. So actually, you want to take the lost wallet to the guy up there because he's got the PA. Well, we're not. Yeah. So lost wallet here at the stadium. And if you're watching this thing on YouTube like 3 weeks from now and it's your wallet, I'm sorry. So it looks like they are no, that's gonna be, is it gonna be a flag?
Timeout.
Timeout. Vikings.
So Triton takes a timeout. Looked like Newburyport lined up again in their sort of set offense. It didn't look like anything different.
We've taken like 5 timeouts today already.
I just heard somebody say how this
If there's a
last 40
David
seconds
Sullivan
takes forever.
from Newbury.
That's the way this.
We have your wallet.
That's the way this football goes. So you throw the ball a couple times, you got 20 seconds, you can get in 2 pass plays if you're quick. And if they're incomplete, you're not going to burn that much time off of the clock.
Or you could get one pass play in and then maybe get extra
There'll
points.
be an officer with it
It's going to
at
be
the
a
50-yard line in the
from
stands.
there. It's about a 42-yard kick, which is that's a lot for a high school kicker.
Decent kick for a high
And
school
since you already
kicker.
blocked once, I don't see them
Yeah.
making that try. So Triton's defense looks about the same set as before, nothing really different. Though Doy back at safety. Linebackers coming up. Linebackers playing close on this. Maybe looking for that pass over the middle. He's going to drop back. He is going to throw it. Look to his right. Now he goes to his left. Great pass. Number 21 with the catch.
And he breaks
He's going to get all the way down, and he breaks a bunch of tackles. Gets himself all the way down to probably the 1 yard line with 11 seconds left. And Newburyport has to hurry up because as soon as they place the ball, the clock should be starting. As soon as they can wind it, he's going to spike the ball, and he does. Spike the ball, and he still took 5 seconds off of the clock. I'd be going crazy if I was a Newburyport coach, but it shouldn't matter. It's going to be one play. I don't know who made that tackle there, but that's that's a touchdown-saving tackle, but at the 1 yard line, at the half yard line. If you look at the guy with the down marker sign, there's not a lot of distance between him and that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and the pylon. So Newburyport with a one-play chance to make this a 2-score game. And he's going to line up under center. Takes it, hands it off right up the middle. Big push of the pile. And finally the ref signals it's a touchdown. Newburyport with a score from the 1 yard line as time runs out in the second half. That was painful. That was painful. That was
touchdown by number 8.
Walter with the touchdown. It was 21 for Trevor Ward is the kid that caught that pass. Absolute back-breaking pass for Triton. Snaps down, it's up, and that one looks like it's going to be good as well. It's going to be 21 to
Kick is good by Barkowitz.
21 to 7 going into halftime.
At the half,
and when
Clippers 21,
when we get
7.
The full numbers from this, I think we're going to see that just the Newburyport offense has been just unstoppable. I mean, again, with the exception of their own, 3 penalties in a row by them that really slowed them down that one possession. Otherwise, they've just they've been tough. They've been really tough, really fast, moving all over the place with the ball, throwing the ball smart. That pass play probably took him to a 50% completion rate. So. Now we got the
Everything
band.
at the concession stand.
I don't know if you've been here to see the band in the past.
What a bargain.
Absolutely.
So they
Don't
play
forget, 50-50 raffle.
one medley or whatever they do, but they do the same one all year long because it's competitions.
Yes,
so they're practicing. Yeah.
I realized my son played the big bass drum when he's a senior.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They needed a person to do that,
a
so
big
he
bass
had
drummer.
never played before, and so his senior summer was spent in the front yard learning how to play.
Well, it's the bass.
I like
You
watching
just, you hit it.
what you have to.
Yeah.
It's more complicated than that, and I think you have to keep the beat for everybody. So he's. It was fun to watch. It was fun to see all the competitions that they were participating in. These kids really work hard, part of the marching band and color guard.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The last couple of years, just every game, you just see them get better and better. So we're going to go ahead and take a break now, give our ears and our eyes a rest. We'll be back for the start of the second half.
I know. Hurts after a while, doesn't it?
a while since in a football game. That was rough.
I
don't
had
think I
so
did
much
like,
fun.
In the first quarter, I was selling everything.
Every
I was
time
doing
you said
awful in the
Cam
first
won,
quarter,
I
but-
went, hey, that's me. And then Tim would just look at me. He's like, I'm going to jump off it. And there's a bunch of babies behind her, and the police had to yell at them. It was a whole thing.
We should have
I thought
filmed
it was
that.
funny.
But I pulled it together in the second quarter, kind of.
All right, so you ready for this? Or would you prefer to stay up there?
I know! I kind of want to stay up there.
Oh, God.
I don't trust myself with that. I'm scared to mess around.
Great.
Okay with
Yeah, let's
continuing?
do it.
Now that you've hit your stride?
I'm hoping the stride. Let's try. I hope. Yeah, I think I hit it. I just gotta stop doing the stupid mistakes I always do, like accidentally hitting the program instead of the. It's just little stuff I keep doing.
Keep using the preview though. You could just cut.
Yeah, I don't know. It's how I always use the preview. I'm probably should keep. I just need to stop. Like one of them, I thought that was take for a sec, so I hit it. It was auto. I'm like, and then sometimes when she was doing that really nice sunset fade, I somehow got out of it for a sec. I'm like, oh my, like everyone's doing stuff right, and I was just messing up. I think I pulled.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triton. It's great to see you out here on a beautiful Friday night before Dorian hits later on and tomorrow morning. This is the Triton High School Marching Band, and our show this year is music from the movie Mamma Mia. So, the field is, the band is led on the field by Caroline Jacobs and Anthony Marinello, our drum majors, and color guard captains Renee Esper and Marcella Hubbard-Brooker. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, I just want to talk to him. I met him for the he was on the athletic director search committee thing, so I don't know what it is. And then it's
the Triton High School Marching Band.
do you want to do it on camera or do you want to do it?
Yep, I'm gonna set a camera up on. It's just I'm ready when you are. All right, you guys ready? I'll bring up your audio here in a minute.
Is it coming up there? Yes. I guess that's. What was that? What was that? Hey.
Okay, excellent. So just got to see the Triton High School Marching Band, and now we're joined by the new principal of the high school, Patrick Kelly.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, welcome. What do you think? First game, new stadium, enjoying it?
Yeah, it's a great game. We have a fantastic crowd out tonight. The kids are doing great. They're all here and happy and having a good time, so it's a good thing.
Excellent. So how's the first week? It's been 1 week only? One week of school gone so far.
Short week.
It's been a short week, which is always nice to ease into it.
Administration, it's a long week.
Yes, but the kids have been fantastic around the building. We've seen a lot of great things happening. Our teachers with some really fun learning opportunities for our students, highlighted by some of what we see in our tech classes and our VTV classes. Other places around the building where they're doing some really unique learning opportunities. It's
Nice.
Great. Yeah.
Now, do you have any goals for yourself? Sort of, you're going to know every single student's name by the first 2 weeks, or do you give them?
Well, that's a lofty goal.
Yeah.
It helps to know their names. It's definitely something I feel right now, not knowing all of them. Coming from a place where I knew all the kids.
Right.
So that's definitely a goal eventually. But
have you been here most of the summer, working in the school?
Yes. Yep.
Getting a feel for where to go within the school?
I now know my way around, which
That's
is helpful.
good.
It's much easier with teachers in the building to have landmarks in terms of what rooms are what. But yeah, it's been a great transition, and it was nice to be here this summer and have some time to do some of that transition work. But
Get
now
settled in a little bit.
Exactly, but now it's much more fun having people in the building.
Well, the school definitely becomes alive when you have kids in the building.
Exactly.
It becomes less
Exactly,
sterile.
yeah. So we talk about it all the time, but by the middle of August, everyone's kind of looking around saying, when are the teachers coming back? When are the kids coming back? It's time where we've had enough of it, and now it's time for everyone to come back and to be here and make school feel like school.
So I've seen you've been standing outside the school in the morning, greeting the kids as they come in.
Yep.
You going to continue with that all the way through the cold winter? Or are you?
I'm going to try.
You all right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I got gloves on, but one of the things that there's actually some decent research around is that just greeting kids, whether it's at the door at the start of the day or at the door in front of your classroom, actually leads to increased engagement on the part of students and can actually lead to increased achievement as well. So anything we can do to build relationships, kids learn better from people they like and they respect, and so we want to teach those things right off the bat.
Yeah, you definitely want to be visible for the students.
Yes. Yep. And that's something that Ms. Daw and Mr. Brennan have been doing for years. And so
there's never a day you don't see Mr. Brennan out there.
Yeah.
No, he's always out and around. I think he knows every kid in the building. So.
Yeah, no, that's all you can talk about.
You have it's a good crowd here tonight for a Triton home game. It's kind of fantastic.
Is, yeah.
What have you done things over the years and your previous jobs to sort of encourage that school spirit, that enthusiasm come out for games?
So we have, through some of the work I've done with captain's councils, with a previous AD, in Holliston. So that was something that we did a decent amount of work around to have teams pair up with each other.
Right.
So that you'd have, the boys soccer team
5,
all going to
2,
the
0.
girls lacrosse games, and,
Right.
and the girls lacrosse team coming out to, so they're paired up with teams out of season.
$120.
And that's worked really well.
I could use that.
Holliston was kind of lucky around their football that the program is so good that everyone in town shows it.
Right.
I know, like 6. No,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because I know for the last few years, getting a lot of students out for anything other than football has sometimes been a challenge. And yet we've had some fantastic Triton teams over the last couple of years: basketball, softball.
Hey guys.
A few years ago, soccer. So hopefully we'll start to see that a little bit more.
Now I kind of got lucky that right after I was hired, the hockey team was in the tournament.
Right.
And so I went to some of those games, and there was a good turnout for those games. But you'd like to see it before the state tournament as well, you know, that we can make it a happening to come to the high school on a Friday night for kids to come and have a positive place to go and a good social experience.
Absolutely.
Well, this is definitely the place to be on a Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want that. We want that.
So 3 more. I think it's only 3 more home games. So if Triton comes back and wins this one, then we have to interview at halftime for every game, because then you're going to be good luck for us.
All right, I'm in.
All right,
I'm
fantastic.
in.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Very
welcome.
nice to meet
Thank
you.
you.
Ben, cut away. Cut to camera 1.
Ben, am I good to go back up? Yeah.
Switch.
About what I thought. You know, there's always things that surprise us, but that's every day in a school. There's an assistant principal in all schools.
You have a great support staff, so the transition is easy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, 2 nights before.
All set?
Good to go.
All right, we're back to the second half. 21-7, Newburyport the lead. And our stats guy did a little bit of halftime investigation to make sure it was only 3 timeouts per half. So you were right, he was right, I was wrong. This has happened many times before. So Triton going to have to kick off after giving up the last second clock running out touchdown at the end of the second half. Put him down by 2 scores. And Colby back to make this kickoff. So we got to see something different from the Triton offense, certainly. But giving up only 21 points, it wasn't too bad the way this Newburyport team has played. Kind of a short kick to about the 30-yard line. If it goes out of bounds, it's a penalty. I'm not sure why that kid fielded that, but there we go. It's going to be Newburyport ball at about the 32.
So if that's a penalty, what is assessed on that?
Back it up and kick again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm not sure why I didn't let it roll out of bounds, but anyway. But it is a live ball. Maybe he was just worried about not taking a funny bounce. So Newburyport in the – oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, under these circumstances, some of the kids just get the ball.
Yeah, yeah, which is probably smart. So we're going to start the second half here for Newburyport about the 32-yard line. Same offensive set as before. 2 receivers on his left. He's going to drop back and look to the left.
Decent snap.
He's going to hit number 24 right in the hands and a
Incomplete
drop.
pass.
So the ball thrown to Zachary Wilson on that, the junior out of Newburyport. Hit him right in the hands. He was wide open, had a huge seam to run.
Thankfully for Triton, he did catch that ball.
So the first play is a pass attempt that really showed that Triton's secondary was not ready for that at all. They had 6 possessions in the first half with 10 first downs, 3 offensive penalties. We'll see what happens to this half. 18 runs and 14 passes, so a really balanced offense from Newburyport. And here's the 2nd and 10 play. It's a little flip to number 20, running on the right side off tackle again. Going to cut back into the middle, and he cuts back too much, and he's going to get drilled for a loss on 2nd down. So I'm not sure how Eric Gundram's going to score that one because it was definitely off tackle to the right and he should have bounced it outside, but instead he came back and ended up losing yardage. Could be third and really long. So Triton's defense came up on that one.
So they're going to go up a little bit, so try to keep it right there, right there, right there. Try to keep it there, and then can't breathe loud, can't too loud.
So Michelle, you were saying you're the one that always watches the football game when you come to the football game?
I do.
You're saying your own kids don't watch the football game?
Well, no, I think my kids are pretty sports oriented, so they're watching the game as well. I mean, I don't just come here to bring my kids to the game. I actually like watching the football games.
So he rolls to his right, looking down the field, throws it right at the line of scrimmage, but he ends up hitting number
8.
Walter with the catch, but a gain of 12 and a first down. This quarterback likes to scramble. I'm not sure he's really dropped back and thrown the ball too many times.
No.
Other than those little quick slants that he's done a couple times. So he's impressive throwing on the run, that's for sure. Yep, another third down conversion. So 2 pass plays and a run play on that those first 3 downs. We'll see if they keep that balance going here. Shotgun snap, keeper up the middle, run into the right side, stand in the middle.
That's a little bit of a sweet spot for him.
12-yard gain on that as well. It's back-to-back 12-yard plays.
Back-to-back first downs.
And back-to-back first downs. See, you're getting the hang of this, getting in the flow of this.
I do watch football. This is my favorite time of year. When the Patriots playing again, football's on.
And your own daughter's playing soccer, you can go out and watch that, so it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So Newburyport in the shotgun again. 2 receivers to his left. He's going to hand the ball back up the middle. And again, going to gain some ground up the middle, probably about 7 or 8 yards on that run. So keeping Mr. Gundram busy trying to keep track of this offense here for Newburyport. Triton's defense is just can't seem to catch any breaks or make some breaks.
I haven't been paying much attention to the Newburyport side of things. Are they keeping the same defense out there as their offense?
Same offense, and they're running the same set pretty much every time. It's just whether it's the receivers are 2 to the right or 2 to the left. They got 2 to the right this time. Out of the shotgun, he's going to drop back again. He's going to look to his left.
That's a lofty play. Oh.
A heck of a catch by number 21. Huge pass play by Newburyport all the way down to about the 10-yard line.
Down to
on a
21.
2nd and 4.
Trevor Ward.
Trevor Ward, who had the huge play that almost scored a touchdown on that 4th down conversion. So that kid has had 2 big pass plays for the night already. And although he's hobbling a little bit as he runs out to the right, with nobody covering him.
Chris Colby's down there.
Newburyport with the 1st and goal. They're going to throw it out. Great tackle. Hit for a loss by number 14.
Ty Schultz, Jr.
So pick up these names. As the game goes along, I don't learn the names any better than at the beginning of the game.
I'm looking at my
no
cheat
idea
sheet
why that
myself.
happens. So Newburyport on a 2nd and 4 did exactly what you're supposed to do, which is just air it out and see how much yards you can get. Because the 3rd and 4 is convertible, but a 2nd and 4 is where you take a chance, and they took a chance. And a nice bomb out to number 21 on the far left side.
Well, I think that was first down, right? First down.
It was the 2nd and 4. On the first down, he had. Oh no, sorry, that was first down. I meant the big pass play that came.
Oh yes, that. yeah.
In the set now on 2nd down. 2nd and goal, about the 11-yard line. He's going to keep the ball to the right. Going to get a block, going to make a move, going to get in for a touchdown. And I think that's his first touchdown of the game.
Touchdown,
4th touchdown of the game, though, for Newburyport. Quarterback's going to run that thing in. What's this kid's name again? Charles Cahalan. Charles Magnon with the touchdown run. So on a 2nd and goal to go, takes it in from about the 11-yard line. Again, running to that right side. And Walters back to kick. Newburyport student or Triton. And it's up, and that one's good as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns for Newburyport, and they got the ball on the kickoff and basically just went right down the field. I think they faced a 3rd down once in that. Yeah, 1 3rd down in that whole sequence. A couple of big 12-yard plays, and then the big pass play to number 21. So Michelle, what's Triton do?
Oh, Triton needs to maybe take some riskier plays, maybe try and loft out a pass or two. I don't see them getting that far on the ground play so far. Love to see them toss that ball out there.
Kind of air it out a bit more.
Yeah.
So a couple times when O'Doy's had time in the pocket, he's been able to get off a good pass.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to start having him scramble a little bit though too.
He has the arm for it.
Yeah, he definitely does.
And we do have the speed to get that ball.
Yeah, that number 1,
Chris Colby.
Right, nice big special teams play here would be good. Last time that Newburyport kicked off, the ball went all the way out the back of the end zone. This kid Walters having a night too. And that's another booming kick that again is going to go out the back of the end zone.
Touchback.
Looks like there was a little bit of extracurricular on the return team, but we're going to go to the 20-yard line now for Triton. So the last time they had the ball with the 1st and 10 on the 20, and not much time left on the clock, they ended up not getting a 1st down and giving the ball up, and that's when Newburyport scored their 3rd touchdown to end the 2nd half. So I think you're right, Michelle. They need to air this thing out. They need to start taking some risks.
Yeah, we need to get some yardage so that we're down the other side of the field.
We need to pull some trick plays or something out of the playbook. O'Doy in the shotgun, 2 receivers right and 1 left. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff, throws the ball on a nice to Colby. Pulls the ball out of the air, goes out to the sideline, gained him about 17 on that play.
Goes to the 40-yard line. It's a nice 1st down.
O'Doy to Colby.
O'Doy to Colby has been the night so far for Triton Vikings offense. And at some point, Newburyport's going to adjust and to shut that kid down. But I don't know if you're going to be able to shut him down. He seems like he's the fastest kid on the field right now.
Yeah, he definitely is.
So they take a little bit of a risk and air it out on 1st down. Let's see what happens now. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 2 or 3 yards on that.
Carry.
DeLong's had the ball faked to him more than he's had it handed it to him.
Yeah.
He's a good player, though. He got a lot of playing time last year, so it's I think he's only a sophomore, but he's an experienced sophomore coming into this game.
He is only a sophomore.
O'Doy in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to look to pass again
to Colby. Just shy of the 1st down, it looks like.
Sort of a 1st down, it looks like, yep.
O'Doy to Colby.
That was the right place to put the ball. Try and make, no, they moved it back. Come on. 3rd and short, 3rd and very short, 3rd and about a yard. That's the 2nd completion to Colby just this half. So O'Doy calling the signals from the line. 2 receivers left, but they got to run the ball here. Just get this 1st down, make a conversion. Tremblay on the
for a loss.
The exact opposite of what they needed. That ball went straight backwards. Newburyport not biting at all in the fake. Having Tremblay come across in motion didn't do anything.
They were on top of him as soon as he got the ball.
Just like that, it's 4th and long. Now, what do you do here? You're down by 3 scores. You got 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. You're at home. Looks like McCarthy's going to have him punt the ball into the wind, I think. Well, maybe it's with the wind.
Well, you know, you can't go by the flag. You really can't because the wind's different down there.
Low snap,
Oh.
bad snap, and he's got to scramble back for it. Last time this happened, we got a touchdown, but I don't think it's going to happen this time. He gives it to Tremblay, but Trembley's already down. His knee was already on the ground. So Doy tried to make something happen with the last-second shovel pass to Tremblay, but that wasn't going to go for anything because Tremblay had to fall on the ground to get it. So Triton goes from 3rd and 1 at about the 45-yard line to giving the ball back to Newburyport all the way back down on their own 25. That was 2 plays they couldn't have. Absolutely couldn't have. And the Newburyport crowd is letting Triton have it. So at the 25-yard line, another first down now for Newburyport, another possession. You know, maybe on a 3rd and short like that, maybe instead of pounding the ball, maybe that's when you really take a risk. You know, why not? I mean, if it's 4th and inches or 4th and 1, anyway,
I think Newburyport's anticipating the ground game,
Yeah.
so you know, they're running.
Almost a sack, late,
Oh.
tough hit. Number 21 gets the ball right in his hands. He can't do anything with it.
Pass was incomplete.
Good pressure on the quarterback that time by Triton. He still had enough time to get off a decent pass. A pass that hit his receivers in the hands. They could easily have 2 more touchdowns here based on the drop passes from Newburyport.
Triton needs a turnover here.
Yeah.
Force some fumble.
Yeah. Early in the season, you need that kind of luck too.
Right.
You just need something to break for you. And then something's got to break soon because we're now down to just 3 minutes left in this quarter. Come on, Triton, make something happen. Here's a snap. Going to keep it to the left, going to swing it out to number 21, who's got a blocker, got some space. He's going to make a cut, and he's right out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. O'Doy spun him out of bounds, but not until he got 23 yards on that play.
It's down to like, it looks like around the 4-yard line.
Playing toward.
It's going to be a 1st and goal again for Newburyport on their 2nd possession of this half. And that time the kid rolled left. The one thing I'll say about this Newburyport quarterback, he rolls right, he rolls left. It doesn't seem to make a difference.
No.
Kid has got some super talent. So Newburyport lines up, 1st and goal at the 4 in the shotgun. A little pitch to the left, to the right. He's going to swing it all the way out and not get in. Great hit. O'Doy and somebody else there for Triton.
Is that number 2?
Excellent defensive hit, but unfortunately, it's they got to start making those defensive hits in midfield. Not,
O'Doy on that tackle.
Not at the one. They have 14 first downs in this game already for Newburyport. That is 4th already in this quarter. Here's a handoff up the middle. No, a keeper up the middle. Stopped cold. Linebacker stepping up, making a good hit. So back-to-back plays where we see some good hitting from Triton. But again, when your back's up against the wall and you're making those kind of hits, that's great. But make those hits in the middle of the field. Make them where they're going to count.
Make their job a little easier.
Yeah. So 3rd and goal now at about the 3-yard line. And if you're Newburyport, do you air it out this time? Why not? I've had an awful lot of luck with this quarterback rolling out left and rolling out right. They're in the spread, and here's the snap. Looks to hand it off. Nope, keeps it himself. Bounces out to the left side, and he's going to have enough to sneak in for the touchdown. Their 5th touchdown of the game. 2nd touchdown in a row for Newburyport's quarterback, Charles Mattignon. That's what I'm going to have to call him for the rest of the time. Just not going to get Cahalan
Playing on
right.
the carry for a touchdown.
And Walters back in to put the extra point up. So Triton has played a really clean game so far. If I recall, they only have 1 penalty, and it was an offsides when they lined up for a point after, which feels like a long time ago.
There may be 3 or possibly 4 against Newburyport.
That kick is up, and that kick is also good. 35-7 now. the Newburyport lead.
3 penalties against Newburyport so far. This game's moving right along.
That's one thing that I guess with this kind of juggernaut offense you're going to get is the clock isn't stopping a whole lot.
No.
Because they are just moving the ball down the field. So Triton's offense had a good little sequence there. Got a first down the last time. Got to a third and short. Then had a couple disastrous back-to-back plays. So if they can make something happen again. At a minimum, you want to come away from this ball game, which does not look like a win, let's be honest, at 35-7. You at least want to come away looking, knowing that you can move the ball a little bit better than they have so far in this game. But
right.
and if you're the Newburyport kicker, you take a little bit off these kicks because he's sending them out the back of the end zone, and
might give him a chance.
why not?
Definitely want to end with a little bit more of positive momentum.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
So it should be the last play of the third quarter as Walter lines up and sends it again out the back of the end zone. Yeah. Absolutely nothing Tremblay could do with that ball. So we're going to end it here at the third, 35-7. Was that two? There was only 2 touchdowns in this, right? It was 21-7 at the half.
It was.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, both those touchdowns came like clockwork for Newburyport. They didn't look slowed down. Felt like it could have been
A
more.
long time looking at the corner of the end
Well, I
zone.
think they figured out their that pass game is proving
Yeah.
fortuitous for them. So
Exposed a little bit of weakness in the Triton secondary. So we'll see what happens. The fourth quarter. Now this is where you tell your players, right? Just forget about the school, forget about everything else. Forget about this game. We're just playing to execute now. This is it's like a scrimmage. Like treat it like a scrimmage. Go out and execute.
make some good plays.
Make good plays. Execute. Practice those things you want to practice. You might as well at this point get fun with the playbook and see what else you got. See if you can run a screen pass. They had one possession. Triton had one possession in the entire third quarter, which actually speaks to how fast Newburyport kept the clock moving. And that was an impressive couple of drives by Newburyport where they kept the ball pretty much in bounds the whole time. So 1st and 10 now at the 20-yard line again for the Triton Vikings. Third time in this game where they've lined, third or fourth time where they've lined up at 1st and 20, or 1st and 10 at the 20.
We could have him come back down.
Bedoy in the shotgun, 2 receivers left. One's going to come to his right in motion.
Have him come down.
There's a snap. It's going to drop back and roll out to his right, throw to his right, and it's picked off by Newburyport. Picked off by Newburyport at about the 22-yard line. And
Interception, Clippers.
Second interception of the night for Bedoy. The first one, it looked like it was an indecisive pass, whether it was going to Tremblay or whether it was going to Colby. But it looked like it just made a bad pass. It's hard to tell from here.
So you didn't get enough distance on that one, definitely for sure. You had definitely some receivers that were out further. I think that went to number 58.
Yeah, he didn't
like Nicholas Colella.
He looked comfortable rolling out, but something went really wrong there.
Yeah.
So now there's a question. Number 50 coming out for Triton. Not sure why he didn't want to play defense before now, but now he's out there. All right,
I think he was out there on the last play.
Triton's defense need to line up and make a play for themselves here. A little bit of pressure coming up the middle. Newburyport's going to hold on to it, and he's going to get taken down or sack. Excellent.
Ashton Watson, number 62.
Fantastic. First legit sack of the game, I think, from either team. There have been a couple of bad snaps that have led to some chaos in the backfield, but that was a legitimate sack where quarterback went back and got taken down by 62. What did you say 62's name was?
Ashton Watson, and he is a freshman.
I'm telling you, this team's going to be good. This team's going to be really good. They've got a lot of talent out on that field right now. That's just freshmen. So that kid looks huge too. How tall is that kid? Is he the 6'3" kid?
Number 12.
Number 62.
Yeah, he is 6'3".
So a lot of shuffling at the defensive line. Now it's going to be a handoff to the left side for Newburyport. It's going to get tripped up, just get a couple of yards in the play. Still going. A little bit of pushing and shoving now. Got to expect that in a 35-7 game. 10 minutes now left in the fourth. Credit the Viking ship has stayed here for the whole game.
Alvin Lenz on the
They are
tackle.
loyal fans.
Third and long now for Newburyport, 3rd and 11. The sack, and then just a couple of yards on that play, run the ball to the left. So you got to figure they're going to throw the ball again. I'd look for number 21 wherever he is. I think he's out set left. Nope, they're going to run the ball up the middle. Not going to get anywhere. And we're looking at a 4th down at about the 20-yard line, 25-yard line maybe. Yeah, at the 25. So it looks like Walter's coming back out to try and hit another field or try another field goal.
Yeah, is it on? I don't have any. No.
So the holder on for Newburyport is number 21. The way that kid's played so far in this game, you figure he's got to be able to throw the ball. Nothing else. That's exactly the kind of kid you want as the holder, somebody that can pick the ball up off the ground and throw it if he needs to. It's a clean set, clean snap, a clean kick. And that one actually went through. How about that? So Newburyport's number 8 hits about a 35-yarder to give them another 3. And after being blocked on his first attempt way back in the first quarter, Newburyport's first possession of this game, he was able to go all the way down the court, all the way down the field. So Triton offense again needs to come out and do something here. That kick did not have a lot more than 35 yards on it, though. It's not like it hit the crossbar or anything, but it was. It's not like one of those kicks where like that could have gone in from 50. Like, well, that was going to go in from 35, and that's about it.
Right.
No. Unfortunately, you've seen a lot of this kid kicking the ball. Newburyport kicking off now. 6.5 minutes left in this quarter in this game. This one looks like Tremblay's going to be able to run it out. What happened there?
I think he caught it in the end zone. Does that mean it's going to be placed at the 20?
He looked like he could have run that thing out. I'm not sure why they're not letting him. I didn't see him call fair catch or anything, so I'm not sure why the refs called that. But bit of a mystery. All right. So forget about rolling out left, forget about rolling out right. Just drop back and throw the ball, all right?
Definitely. The line can just hold them for a couple seconds, give him some time to make an accurate pass.
Instead, he's going to keep it, go to his left, break a couple of tackles, finally brought down. But after about a 9-yard gain, did he get all the way? He did all the way up for a first down. Your eyes are better than mine. I saw that as about 9 yards. So
I'm doing what you say. I'm watching the guys over there with the chains and the markers.
When they start to move, you know what's happening. 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in this. Odoy back in the shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to keep it again. Exact same play.
Wow.
Very similar result. Gets all the way up. This
Tripped
time it's
up.
only 9. But
See
look
if
good
they-
there.
Oh, I think they're calling it a first down.
Wow. They're getting the refs are getting generous here. So I don't know if Newburyport has a second-team defense out there right now, which they probably do. Which even more so makes you tell your own Triton team, hey, take this like a scrimmage, learn, execute, make some good blocks, get some momentum going.
Let's see if we can get a string of first downs.
There's a handoff again up the middle, this time to the right side. He's going
There
to
we
bust
go.
it all the way
There
out.
we
He's going to
go.
get a first down and more. Turns the corner, gets a little bit of a block, and that looks like 24.
Seth DeLong on the carry.
Seth DeLong busts one out, gets about a 35-yard carry right there.
Looks like that's Triton's 6th first down. 3 in a row in this quarter.
That's good. That's looked good. That's what the offense needs to look like the whole game. That kind of that kind of power and speed around the outside. DeLong looked good on that play.
Yeah, we need to keep the momentum going, finish on an up note for these guys.
Tremblay in motion, goes behind O'Doy. He's going to hand it off to DeLong, this time coming to his left side. Not going to get quite as far before he gets stood up. Gain of about 2.
Seth DeLong on a carry.
3.5 minutes left in the game. Triton's probably going to call a timeout pretty soon just to give their kids a chance to breathe. It's not like you're going to need them at the end of the game.
These guys are definitely working hard. A lot of them out there for numerous plays, no rest.
So O'Doy gets set with 2 receivers to his right. Let's see if he airs it out this time. Nope, he's going to keep it himself. Try and go up the middle and get nowhere. Third and long now. And again, you might as well air it out, and you're definitely going for, you're playing all 4 downs here. There's no punting at this point. There's no field goal at this point. Triton getting the signals in, taking a lot of time off the clock to do it.
Well, I think it's like what you said. They're just getting some plays in.
Right, getting some good reps. So DeLong's going to run the ball, going to break it around to the right side again off tackle, but not going to get enough for a first. It's going to put him in decent position to be able to convert here. So 4th and a long 5 or 6. Ball's at about the 30-yard line. Our guy Colby is out on the far right for O'Doy. DeLong moves to his right in the backfield.
Aiden Lentz is out on the left.
And he's going to give it to DeLong again. DeLong's going to get that first down, get him break a couple tackles, get all the way out to about the 20, inside the 20. Carry. Probably almost to the 15-yard line.
Just under a minute and a half.
And again, I'd be calling a timeout here. Just give your kids a chance to recover and get ready for the next play. But they're going to keep moving the ball, keep the momentum going. Again, Colby to the far right, low snap, hands it off. No, keeps it himself. Looked like he was going to pass for a second, but O'Doy ends up taking her on the left side.
Kyle O'Doy on the
Clock
carry.
keeps moving, gain of about 6, maybe 7 on that play. Ball all the way down at about the, looks like it's about the 10-yard line. 42 seconds left. Trent needs to make it happen here. And O'Doy taking the ball to the right side. Looks like he's going to get in, and he's in for a touchdown.
Good for them.
Excellent. That's
Kyle O'Doy, touchdown, Vikings.
Make it feel good at the end of the game, right?
Yeah, they're putting in a lot of work. It's good to see a little bit of a reward.
Yeah.
Obviously, they would rather have the score a little bit different.
Still, though, it's a lot to build on. It's a lot to go back and watch the game film and say, this is how you execute. This is what your blocks need to look like. This is what your reads need to look like. So it's good stuff. And it's live. It's live. It's not a scrimmage. It's not against your own teammates. And there's the kick, and that one's going to be through.
Kick is good.
That's why you watch the refs, because that did not look very
through. Yeah. It's like a line drive.
So, and that's going to end the game. I did not see that. I thought we were going to have at least another.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
Wow.
Everyone have a safe ride
just
home.
Like that. I think the guy managing the clock and the refs were just ready to call this one. So we end the season opener, 38-14 loss to Newburyport. Not the way to start the season, but there's a lot to grow on, a lot to build on. And as we know from last year, this team got better and better as the season went along, even with the loss of O'Doy midway through. So let's see what happens.
Let's see if McCarthy can tweak things a little and turn it around for the next game. They're playing next Friday at Weston High School.
Right, and then they play Georgetown after that. And then we're back here on Friday, October 4th for the game against Amesbury. Now, Amesbury last year went from a terrible team to a powerhouse team. So if they come in with the same kind of powerhouse team that they had last year, it would be a good matchup. It would be good to see. They've always had a decent program in Amesbury, so it'll be a good challenge for Triton. So thank you very much. I think we're going to take a moment and try and see if we can find the athletic director and get him for a quick interview if he's around. And if not, we'll probably call it a night, call it a game. Thank you to the crew tonight. We had Ben and Alexandra, Sophia, and Tim working for us on the cameras. And, of course, Mr. Gundram doing what he does with the stats throughout the whole game. So we don't have the athletic director. We'll have to do that the next time. But, Michelle, this was awesome. Thank you for coming and doing it.
Thank you
Last-minute
for inviting me.
recruit to join the booth, so that was excellent. And one last stat from Mr. Gundram. Nope, he's got it. All right. Thank you very much.
I don't need it. No. Don't worry. I won't